Welcome back. Well, the weight loss industry is booming in America, and direct-to-consumer healthcare companies are leading the charge in distribution. Ro is a telehealth platform offering diagnoses, prescriptions, and delivery of medications all right to the consumer's door. The company specializes in helping patients manage weight loss, dermatology, fertility, daily health, and a lot more. Ro is an early leader in GLP-1 distribution and worked directly with Novo Nordisk on the launch of its new Wegovy pill, saying patients will get the lowest cash price on its platform, the Ro platform. Ro also one of the only companies directly integrated with both Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly, the maker of Mounjaro. Joining me now is the CEO of Ro, Zach Reitano. Zach, great to have you.
Thanks so much for having me.
Congratulations. This is a real moment in time for you, isn't it?
It's a very exciting moment. I think the launch of the first and only oral GLP-1, as you said, I think it's going to usher in a new form of healthcare. It's the first time a drug of this size and scale has been launched, digital health, direct to consumer, so patients can go from seeing an ad to getting it delivered to their door in 48 hours.
And without the doctor involved?
The doctor is involved. They're just seeing one online on our platform. So that's the special part about Ro is there's doctors, there's labs, there's a pharmacy, all in one app, seamlessly connected so that a patient can get access to all of those without ever leaving their home.
I like that. That's an important point, that you've got the doctor telemed appointments as well. Now, Ro launched a so-called supply tracker to help patients find those GLP-1s at local pharmacies. You say GLP-1 adoption is still in the early stages?
Very, very early stages. So there's probably only about 10 to 15 million Americans that are on these treatments, but about 170 million plus that are eligible. And when we say eligible, that's only for what the label is currently indicated for, which is diabetes, obesity, heart disease, liver disease, kidney disease, sleep apnea. It's being studied for neurodegenerative disease, pain management, substance use disorders. So I think that you're going to see we're in the very, very early stages. You're going to see a tremendous amount of people get access to these treatments.
Well, it's pretty incredible that you can actually do this directly online through an app. I mean, you founded Ro after seeing major health issues throughout your family, right? You created a company that vertically integrates telehealth, online pharmacy access, at-home testing, and more on just one platform. Tell us how you came up with the idea and how you executed.
It might be a little cheesy, but my dad is actually the inspiration for the company. He's a physician. He saved my life, my sister's, my mom's, took care of all of us. And the very important part when your dad's your doctor, yes, they care about your health, but they care about it in service of you living a happy and fulfilled life. And when your dad's your doctor, again, they listen more, they fight harder, and they handle everything. And they take a longer-term view, which is very, very different than the typical healthcare system. And so I kind of want to just bring that to everyone, and so we're building software to increase access to that.
Well, you also have all of these sort of middlemen in terms of distribution of medicines.
Yeah.
And with Ro, you're eliminating some of those middlemen.
The amazing part that you can do with technology in healthcare is you can disintermediate a lot of the stakeholders that maybe added value historically but aren't adding nearly as much right now, right? So in this announcement, the only two healthcare companies that you mentioned were Novo and Ro, right? So there's no PBM, there's no insurance company. All of that actually allows you to reduce the cost to patients, reduce the cost of patients, pass that on to them, increase access and quality. And so I think, again, that's the power of technology, is being able to do that.
And so talk us through the growth story of Ro alongside that technology growth as well. Because when I started this saying this is a moment in time, it really is revolutionary.
It's very, very early in this direct-to-consumer, what we might say this revolution. But Ro has been around for 8 years. We've helped millions of patients across the country, one in every single county across the U.S. But I think, to your point, it's just the beginning. We're in the millions, and in the coming years, you'll see us reach tens of millions of patients.
Now, tell us about the growth in Ro in 2026. What do you hope to capture here? How do you compete with companies like GoodRx or Hims and Hers? They're trying to do a similar business. Yeah,
I think so. Ro is the leading provider of branded GLP-1s in the country. And the reason that's the case is when patients come to us, they don't have to trade off between cost, quality, and convenience. We're the most affordable place to start. We have the strongest formulary. You mentioned we're the only company that's integrated directly with both Novo and Lilly. We have cash pay options and insurance options. And we also have the best patient experience completely from beginning to end. And our quality matches that. So we've published our clinical outcomes, and they match those in the clinical trials. So patients lose just as much weight as they did in the clinical trials, and they see an improvement in biomarkers. So when patients can have the best experience at the most affordable price and the most convenience. That's why we're the leader in GLP-1s.
That is awesome. You know, we had on Albert Bourla, the CEO of Pfizer, recently, right after he announced he was acquiring Metsera.
Yeah.
And so that immediately launched Pfizer into the GLP-1 market. He told me that he's not going to have a drug on the market until 2027.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's talking about a drug and making this acquisition now, and the drug's not coming out till 2027, gives you a sense of how strong he expects this market to be.
Yeah.
He said 150 billion in sales at some point. Is that the kind of market opportunity you see in these GLP drugs?
I think so, absolutely. And I think that the really interesting thing that you're calling out is people are talking about it years in advance. It highlights how rich the pipeline is, right? This is the first oral GLP-1, but you're going to see improvements in form factor, improvements in efficacy, in tolerability. You're going to see a greater level of personalization based on a patient's background and history, going from 1 or 2 drugs to choosing between 5, 10, or 15, and really finding what's best for them to achieve the best outcomes.
And Ro captures that tremendous growth through the distribution and the app and the telemed appointments. What else?
Well, that's the key, is that a patient can come to us and say what they want to achieve.
Yeah.
And then we, by seamlessly integrating the most important parts of care delivery, that doctor's office, labs, pharmacy, take on that complexity so that they can go to one app and have everything from beginning to end.
Zach, what's your game plan here? You want to take this company public?
I think right now we're focused on patients, but we want to build an incredibly impactful company over the coming years.
It looks good. You got a great head start. Great to have you this morning.
Thank you so much for the time.
Thank you so much. Zach Reitano joining us. Check out Ro.